Hey gang, it's broker questions of the day. Let's get started. What are my options if the buyer refuses to provide their earnest money deposit? Well, if they don't provide the earnest money deposit by a certain deadline in the contract, then they are in breach. And in most contracts I've seen, the seller has one option, and that is to void the contract or keep moving forward, hoping that they'll put that money into the deposit where it's supposed to be before closing. But if you want to be able to lay claim on that, it's best to have it in the bank account with the title company or the buyer brokerage firm to make sure that it's there for the taking if the contract goes sideways because of the buyer's actions. What steps does a buyer or seller take if they decide to sue the other party? Oh my gosh. Number one, I'm not an attorney. Okay. If the deposit is less, usually this is over deposit money. If it's less than $5,000, we're talking small claims court. If it's more than that, then you're talking district court. And that's why you need to call an attorney. There's a couple of places to go. Squabble.com is the latest thing I've seen where people can file their own stuff in the court for small claims. But in our market area, that small claims number is going to be dwarfed by the amount of $5,000 for sure. But you do need to contact an attorney who will file the claim for you. That could put the transaction at a stop if you also file a lis pendens, which means you can't sell this till this is all cleared up. But it's several steps, not cheap, and it's best to negotiate rather than go to court. So contact an attorney to see what your options are. How long must the seller wait for release signatures before putting the house back on the market? Well, they should be in a contract. Usually, when someone is voiding the contract, you may give a notice to void if you're within the confines of the contract language. You give a notice to void, and then you'll need to have a release of the contract and of the deposit. Many times the seller's like, good, fine, move along. I want to go ahead and put it back on the market. You can put it back on the market and receive a second backup offer until that release has been signed. Hopefully the buyer is all game to get it done and move along. The challenge is when the buyer and seller are having a dispute about who gets the earnest money deposit. If the buyer's getting it back, it should be done quickly. But yeah, the seller needs to wait till the release has been signed before moving forward with a second contract. You could do a ratified contract based on the release form being signed, but you definitely don't want to try to go to closing before that release is signed. All right, thanks for coming by. If you like the channel, please like it, subscribe to it, and if you got any questions, you can text them to me. You can also email them to me at anthony.carr@kw.com, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.